Well, from our perspective, there are four good reasons why we think feeding raw is the right thing to do for our carnivorous pets. The one is from an evolutionary perspective. Clearly, both dogs and cats are carnivores. They are meat eaters. From an evolutionary sense, they have evolved over literally millions of years to eat meat. One just has to look at their anatomy to realize that. They have the dentition, the head shape, the length of the bowel, the acidity of the stomach, the position of the eyes and the head. All of these are evolutionary traits which go along with being a hunter, a carnivorous hunter. Physiologically, there are also lots of clear evidence that these two species, dogs and cats, are carnivorous by nature. For instance, the acidity of the stomach. Both dogs and cats can produce an incredibly acidic environment in the stomach, pHs of 1 and 2, which is incredibly acidic, and this is very important for the digestion of the meat, the food that they would naturally eat, which is meat. It's also very important for the killing off of any bugs that they might ingest with their food. And considering that dogs are scavengers as well, they will often eat food that we would consider to be slightly off or very undesirable. However, they are equipped to deal with that physiologically. They also have a number of enzymes produced by the pancreas and the small intestine, which help them digest meat as opposed to carbohydrates, particularly plant carbohydrates. Also, just from a medical point of view, so from our point of view as vets, we have seen over the last 30, 40 years a whole raft of what I would call modern day diseases, which we believe are rooted in poor nutrition. So these sorts of diseases that I'm talking about, or medical conditions, would be like obesity, diabetes, Cushing's disease, inflammatory bowel disease, itchy skins, and even cancer. We believe at Wiley's that all of these modern day diseases are rooted in poor nutrition, or species inappropriate nutrition as we call it, feeding dogs and cats that are carnivores a non-carnivorous diet. It's interesting to note that also in the medical world, doctors have seen a similar explosion of modern day diseases, and it's very well recognized that the cause of these modern day diseases is too high a carbohydrate content, too much sugar in our diet. And it's interesting to note that we are seeing exactly the same trends in the species that we deal with, so dogs and cats.